Hello, this is Accelerator, and welcome to another tutorial in web development. And in this tutorial, I'm going to go over comments and CSS. It may be a long tutorial, but please bear with me. Okay, so the way you make a comment in HTML is with less than sign, exclamation mark, and 2 dashes. That's the beginning tag. This is the end tag. So basically, anything in between here will be commented out. And what commenting does is it basically has HTML, or it has your browser ignore whatever's in between here. So as you can see, whatever's in between here is highlighted in green. That will all disappear. So if we go ahead, go to our website and refresh the page, as you can see, everything that we commented out disappeared. So this is useful for putting little notes to yourself, like make a new title here. Okay. And as you can see, if we refresh our website page, it has no effect on our website. So comments have no effect on your website, and they're just useful for yourself to make little notes to yourself to remind you of things, or sometimes it's helpful to get rid of things that you want to get rid of for now, but you'll probably use later, so you just want to temporarily get rid of it, so you want to just comment it out right there, and then maybe later, I don't know, like in a month or so, or maybe in a week, take it off and then it's back. You don't have to remake it or remember what you made there. You just take the comment off and it's back. So that's what comments are. The next thing is CSS. So we talked about a little bit about CSS in a previous tutorial with a style. And we're going to talk a little bit more about it now. So essentially CSS is like another language. So I mean, there's a lot to it. I might do a whole nother tutorial series on CSS. You can look it up for a bunch of things. It's really not that difficult. There's just a lot of things to know. But most of the time you can just get the gist of it, and then whenever you want to do something, you just Google it and then you do it. That's usually how I do it. Like I don't try to like memorize all of the CSS names and things like that, attributes. I just sort of know it, and then whenever I want to do something, I just Google for the exact name of it and I just do it. So so now we can add another thing in our header called style, and this is actually going to allow us to put CSS in our HTML document. So first, we added styles directly to elements by using this style attribute. But now we can add styles with a style tag inside the head tag. So it has to be inside the head tag, can't be in the body tag, has to be in the head tag. So in the style tag, we can make CSS. So for example, let's change this paragraph tag again. So in CSS, first you have to say what you're going to edit. So I'm going to edit this p tag. So then next thing you want to do is you want to add a opening and ending curly brace. And in between this opening and ending curly brace, you're going to tell CSS what you want to change about that element. So for example, let's make the color of the paragraph, the color of the text in the paragraph blue or something. So let's make red 0, green 0, and blue all the way. Okay, and let's change the paragraph width to 300 pixels, and let's change the font family to Arial. Okay, and all of these have to be separated with a semicolon. You can have them all in the same line, but they all have to be separated with a semicolon. Okay, it can be all like this, it doesn't matter, but you have to have all the correct syntax. Doesn't matter what you do. Okay, and let's do another thing. Let's actually let's test that out real quick. Let's refresh this. As you can see, this is now blue. And actually, let's change the background color just to show you that the width actually worked. Let's change this background color to red. There we go. So now, as you can see, it's 300 pixels wide, blue, and the background's red. That's perfect. Now let's change the image. So I'm going to create an image thing here, opening and closing curly brace. So here's our image, right? And I'm going to say that the images have to be 200 pixels wide and 200 pixels high. So they're perfect squares and they're smaller. So if I refresh this, it's now 200 pixels. And a nice thing about CSS is that we can edit multiple elements at once without having to add the style attribute to each element. So if we had multiple paragraphs, we'd have to add the style attribute to all of the paragraphs if we wanted them to have the same stuff in it. So I'm just going to make new random paragraphs, and I'm going to copy it and paste it. So I'm going to make like tons of paragraphs, okay?